Good morning, or good evening, good afternoon, wherever we are. Ride like King 13 ride this morning. It's just coming up to 10 o'clock here in Australia, this part of Australia. So I thought I'd jump on and get this ride done, probably about an hour or so. Using the new activity monitor too. So you can see that up there in the corner. YouTube only today. I couldn't log into my Restream account. It's got second factor authentication that's currently blocking me out. YouTube only, so no group chat just above my head. Group chat will be down below in the viewer of your choice. Hope everybody is well. Pretty chilled ride, I think. It's not a race. It's just more a community ride, I think. There should be, well, there's 186 in the pens already. It's looking good. And I'll have the chat up on screen next to me. So yeah, feel free to jump in, give some ride-ons. It's a good example of the Zwift activity monitor here. It's sitting in waiting mode. I'll go full screen. So you can see that the activity monitor is started, but nothing's happening because the event clock hasn't started yet. So as soon as the 5 minutes 32 ticks over, 30, the activity monitor will see those outgoing packets with a timestamp in them and then start populating my data there. Pretty cool. I have 5 seconds, 1 minute and 20 minute on, showing average power in the first column, average max power in the second column. FTP I don't think I've got shown. I can pretty much close that off. Heart rate, it'd be good if it had cadence too, that'd be a cool one. I'll just put that over there for neatness. Oh, it's put the FT, oh yeah, that's a little better. Just neatening that up. The menus aren't showing, that's interesting. I've got it as a separate overlay here. Anyhow, what have we got? 5 minutes, 4 minutes. You know it's raining in Melbourne when there's about 15 or 16 people who I follow on Zwift. Lots of rain in Melbourne this morning. And this general area. Stages bike, SB20 I'm on, so it's nice and quiet. And it's just here. It's the bike that I use when I can't be bothered setting up a trainer and a cassette and the bike and the pedals, and I've got things going everywhere. The Stages bike just sort of sits in the corner. I can just wheel it in and it's just there and works. So, lots of people always make it a race. 2 people is a race. I won't be going too hard. I've got an event tomorrow on the cards, 80Ks gravel ride. Just north of here in Creswick. If you follow me on Strava, you can see I've been doing a few rides out in Creswick. Lots of gravel roads out there. There's an 80 kilometre, I think it's a race. Yvonne and I are just going out there just to get 3.5 hours of riding in with some others. So that should be good. Matt LeGrand, welcome along. What have we got? 3 minutes to go. Not sure how many fans I want to turn on here. I've got a little small Vornado next to me. I might turn on the headwind just... Oh, firmware updates for everything. No, not now. Skip. Lama headwind, here we go. Oh, we got Mr. Lama broadcasting, here we do. Choo choo. Alrighty, headwind fan set to about 28%. Oh, yeah, it's probably a bit bright. That should be enough breeze to get me through this one. I think it's 29 kilometers. Actually, it should be quicker than an hour than in a bunch like this. Network status overlay. You could probably do one manually, actually. You could probably just use some kind of ping tool to get that done outside of Zwift. I kind of have that with OBS anyway. It's got a drop frame rate. It's got network health. Actually, I've got that on my stream configuration. Not much you can do about that though. If you're riding Zwift and you're getting dropouts and things, it's just interesting to know. You probably get those. Actually, you will get that data if you run your log files through Zwiftalizer. For this one, Ant Plus, simply because when I click on Bluetooth, it just usually doesn't show Bluetooth devices. If you have the pairing screen open now, I Had the pairing screen open on Zwift just before. It's Mac. Oh, sorry, it's a Windows 10 PC. Had the pairing screen open, and I walked off to get my heart rate strap and a towel and a drink. I'll come back, and it seems to stop looking for Bluetooth devices after a while. And I really couldn't be bothered mucking around with it. Ant Plus works. I run a dual system here. I can use Bluetooth. When Bluetooth works, I've found it fine. It's just such a pain to kick in. Tomorrow's ride's on a gravel bike. Today, it's in the ride here, it's an assigned bike. Okay, so what you'll see in 60 seconds is the activity monitor. We'll go full screen for this. See it saying waiting for an event clock. Might be a little small if you're streaming on a mobile. Matt, I've been loving the gravel lately. It's been all summer we've been riding gravel. It's a whole new frontier for us. It's been a long time coming. It took me a while to finally get a bike sorted. But it's kind of one of those things that I jump on the bandwagon, or is it trendy? I ride solo everywhere anyway, so to me it's just hours on the bike. And being away from cars, here in country Victoria there are a ton of gravel roads. It's just a crisscross of farm roads as far as you could ever ride. Anyhow, let's have a look at this activity monitor kick in. Wait for the 6 watts a kilo sprint at the start. And it should start populating when the event clock... Ready? Wait for it. Come on. Actually, it's when I cross the line, isn't it? So the event clock hasn't started yet until we're out on course. Wait for it. I feel like I'm being robbed of a few kilometers here. Come on. There it goes. And there it goes. Cool. So it's about 2 or 3 seconds lagged behind what's on screen. But that's kicked in as soon as we've crossed that start line. That's pretty cool. When things just work. I just need to understand how they work. But that's it in real time. Oh, there we go. There's the beacon. So 1.5 to 2 watts. There we go. That's the general pace for this ride. There's going to be people racing this like nothing else. I'll just chill. Haven't live streamed for a while, so good to catch up with everybody in the chat. One buy for road racing? No. Edward Smith? No. I wouldn't do it. Two buy for road racing for me still. You get away with it, but there's no need. One buy for off-road's great. But for road, if you're racing for hours and hours and you really want to dial in that cadence. On my TT bike I ran an 1121 on the back, so almost a straight block, just so I could get that cadence bang on a relatively flat course. Activity monitor, how did you install it? Miguel, go and have a look at my latest video. All in there. I didn't cover the how-to, the step-by-step how-to. To be honest, unboxing things and setting things up and going step-by-step how-tos, you only do those once. And I think everybody's pretty much across how to do it. How to open a box and all that. So that's I haven't done a lot of that lately. Even the step-by-step install. I covered the config, but it's all over there. Let me have a look at the comments here. It's a man in the middle in a good way. Yeah, how they're getting the packets, it sure is. That's why my comment at the end of that video. If Zwift choose to encrypt this data, it's game over for this tool. That would be just a simple little update from the Zwift side to do that. Let's hope they don't. It's a nice little tool. Probably a bit small there on the screen though for the stream. I'm running a 4K setup here, so it looks good. I do like it without the HUD though. If you saw my video without, let's take off that. So we can take off the HUD. While I'm here, let's where are we, Sam? We can move that around. So I can pull it over there, or even for the stream, so I can have that. Might be able to see that a little better. People are saying that Zwift should have that functionality. I agree, but it's quite advanced. And especially with the configuration side of things. And understanding what, you know, a rolling average is versus max. IF, NP, there's a lot of geekery involved. I'm not sure Zwift will ever go down that route of including that much data. People are saying about low-hanging fruit that Zwift... People got angry with the update. More so that Zwift aren't doing enough updates lately. Lee Turner, time to go on the attack. This is a chilled ride. There's a lot more low-hanging fruit in Zwift. Power meter 0 should be on the main menu. It's not. Real basic things like that. Aeroed steerer clamp tube. No, I haven't seen the new Peak Talk video, sorry. I don't own a Canyon, so it's not on my list of things to look at. Alright, let's get this screen back to normal. Oh, close. Probably put that anywhere. Depends on what pops up, so you can throw it. Ha! So if you've got the map on the... there we go. Why not? Let's do that. If I have the map on the companion app anyway, which is down the other side, no need to double up. 100 kilometers per hour. Oof. Probably the Bologna time trial course might be a good one for that now. You have to ride yourself up to the top of the Bologna course and hopefully grab a power up from somewhere and then just go crazy. Somebody else got it. Oh, there was another place to get that. Radio tower can do it if you time it right though. There's only one little section of the radio tower it really steepens. You need to ramp the speed, hold, and then try and ramp it again with a power up. Yeah, I haven't done it on Bologna either. I did it early on the radio tower. I have a little video out about that. If you can do a decent sprint on the way out, you can grab the aero power up. Getting swamped here on a 1.5 to 2 watt per kilo ride. Where's my Zwift sounds? Are they up? Oh, they're there somewhere. Chroma keyed. Yeah, that'll work. Not sure where I'd put it though, if it's chroma keyed. Let's have a look at doing that for this location just here. Ooh-wee! Not that. It's blue, but I'd have to color type custom. I'd have to select color. Here we go. Cool. Is that blue? Oh. Anyhow, let's not play with that because I can't get the chroma key right. With the right settings, that'll work. Yeah, that will take a little bit of fiddling to get right. Can I recommend different mountain bike SPD power meter pedals? The only ones out there that are, actually the only ones out there that I'll recommend would be the Rally. There are the SRM power meter pedals, but they're expensive and the battery doesn't last very long. I see no reason to choose those at all, ever, at this point in time. Until they prove otherwise. That's not an opinion, that's just the facts. So all companies need to do is make a cool product. That's it. That's it. The Asiomas came along not out of nowhere, but they didn't do any marketing. They started to. They just came along and made a product that worked really well. Sells itself. But the IQ squared, steer clear off, don't even think about that wishing well. Again, they haven't proved themselves either, so steer clear of that. So your Asioma hack or your new Garmin rallies for the SPDs. Or a spider base meter. We're still on the lead-in. What's with lead-ins? Sprint! There'd be a lot of Aussie flags at the moment with the crazy weather we're having in Melbourne. I'm not your watch guy. 955 doesn't exist. Apple Watch. Not your watch guy. I like Apple Watches because they unlock my PC. Mac, PC, you know what I'm saying. Phoenix 6, never used one, sorry. 945 is my daily driver for notifications and things. Or the Rival. There's a few updates coming out for that I've been installing and checking out. Ah, Sarah, that's a dad joke right there. I approve. Is there mum jokes? I've only ever heard them called dad jokes. There's got to be mum jokes. Or mom jokes, depending on where you're from. Intensity factor 0.53, yeah, I'll give it that. So, just looking at how hard this ride is at the moment, yeah, it's about half. My ride-on circle has gone. That was a bug in one of the recent updates. The workaround fix was to click on someone else. Ready, watch this. The workaround was, and we'll try it in real time, to give someone else a ride-on, and then your circle will appear. Ready to test that theory? So I give him the ride-on. The power of live stream. Still a bug, doesn't work. It worked the other day. So click on someone, give them a ride on, and then my circle appeared and it woke itself back up. Yeah, Pete, it's now random. I was going to do a Zwift tip on the workaround, but it's tricky doing that because if they release a fix, even before I get the video out, the video's irrelevant. Oh, hang on, I'll go back to still no circle. Tap me. Different things. Let's try and throw different things at it. No, it's broke. Oh well. I see Zwift are hiring a regression tester too. Just on the topic. There's definitely too many things breaking post each update. Gap. No, I'm leaving the gaps go. That's fine. Someone, what's the comment about the stream there? No, it's broke from the Lama stream. That's a polite way of putting it. No, it's broke. The Giro, absolutely, I've been following the Giro. We have live coverage here, but it's in the middle of the night, so we watch the start, and then it's time to sleep, and we watch up, and there's a highlights show between 7 and 8 in the morning, which is brilliant timing. There's also a highlights show between 4 and 5 p.m, which is brilliant. But the Aussies are always the ones to watch. No spoilers, no spoilers. Though I did know who won last night. Oh, look, I'm sure Zwift have some kind of regression testing, but the fact we saw an update get pushed out and the kick a bike steering brake for everyone, and just little things like that. There's a lot of combinations, but that's the responsibility they take by supporting such a wide range of hardware and accepting, you know, people's subscriptions. Will Nizzolo win a stage? I think he'll come second 2 more times. It's even impossible here regarding the testing things. If something new comes out, even to test a new trainer over Ant Plus, then Bluetooth, let's say they've got Ant Plus FEC, that's 3 rounds of testing. It's too much. Well, for me anyway, as a sole operator. But there should be, with the correct policy and processes in place, any update should just be thrown at the wolves. They should test it before it rolls. Good bunch, good bunch. I think Tim Bacon-Searle, this is his 2nd or 3rd ride today already. Now I haven't passed the 20-minute mark yet, so it's giving me the... does populate the average field for 20 minutes, but I'm wondering if that's just populating based on the time up till 20 minutes, so it's giving me the rolling average for 15:57, 15, or 16 minutes right now. I'm wondering if it sort of rolls up to 20 minutes. That'd kind of make sense. But the average max is only shown when there is a set block of the time there, so 20 minutes in total. Lots of Aussie flags. I can't drop ride-ons. What if I log out of that and try and log back in? Let's see. Just trying to reset the companion app. Netflix doc on Tim soon. The man with the steel buns or something. He does a lot of riding on Zwift. A lot of hours. Still no go on the circle. What if I do the... what if I give someone behind me a ride on? No. Not happening. It's difficult to tell yourself when you're all in the same kit. Yeah, still broke. I have an Android phone that I could try, just out of interest's sake. I'm going to have to depart stage left to get that though. I think I know where it is. Oh. Oh, there's another bunch behind me. I'll try my Android phone. One moment. And loses a million positions. Mostly gravel, Richard. It's mostly. I slashed a sidewall on the TCR mid last month and haven't ridden it since. I've only just changed the tyres over on the good Giant that I have. So it's been either indoors or the gravel bike. Okay, I don't have the screen mirroring for the Android phone, but I'm interested to know. Yes, dedicated computer for Zwift. I was going to cover it, and I copped some, I call it weird heat, in one of the forums about what I purchased. So I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'm not going to cover it. I'll do it later. I don't do BS a lot in the forums or the chat groups. I did in the past. Just keep my head down now. So I might cover the PC one day. It's over 12 months old now. What was I doing? Oh, when I said most criminals use Android, I meant it. Kidding. Android phone. Paul the Punter, live streaming, good stuff. I know it's a casual ride, but it's a group up there I need to close the gap on. No circle. No circle. Choo choo, get on the train. That's an overall breakage, not just an iOS thing. Oh, and we're on. Oh, and we're through. Road to Sky. I'd say the same bike. Mainly because the effort on Road to Sky is all up the hill. And the slow part on the dirt with a road bike, it's a good warm-up. It extends your warm-up a little bit. McLeod, welcome along. Choo choo, we got there, mate. And we're off the front. Good stuff. Okay, so we have ticked over the 20-minute mark. Has given me an average max 164. One minute 293. Okay, so the 5-second max just then for the spin out. Yeah, cool. Tool is working well. I like it. So, let me know what the weather is, or what weather's happening where you are. We're transitioning to winter here. Today, outside it tells me it's 8 degrees. Actually, I think it said 4 before. But we'll get a day every now and then where it's short sleeves and nicks. So we're on this sort of cusp of going into 3 months of hell. And I see a lot of people overseas posting up really nice rides too. So let me know where you are. Let me know how the weather's going. I love the warm weather. Sunny and 18, off. And I do like hearing from other places because we can't travel at the moment. Sunny and 18 in Canada, nice. I suspect there's a lot of gravel in Canada. I know there's ice roads, or is that Alaska? Where's Ice Road Truckers from? I watch too much late night TV. Portland, Oregon, nice. I think no matter where you live in the US, oh everyone check out Matt LeGrand's YouTube channel too, no matter where you live in the US, you guys have good gravel biking and mountain biking. Matt, tell me, is your mountain bike trails around your place good? We'll see what Des Fit's up to. Oh, some of those rides. My word. Canada. Good weather in Canada this week. Excellent. What's 72F? I can't do the calculations. I work in Cs. That's 25? 22? C? Good trails, there we go. 23. Ah. Ballarat random weather, mate. Awesome, Matt. Learning to MTV, good. Or MB, same thing. 22 for 70, yeah, not bad. $75.24, okay, yeah. I know, is it 102 is 40, or 103 is 40. For me, a 40-degree day, it's a good day to get out on the bike early. Is 32 freezing? Is 32 0? My high school, what was that? What class was that in? Science? Not sure. It's all leaving me now though. Always sunny and warm in Florida. But isn't there crocodiles? No, you have alligators. Gators. Bang on 32, there we go. So that's my range of understanding on doing the quick conversion. 32 is freezing and 40 is 100, 103. I usually work within that range of estimates. Now I'm not on Twitch today. I think if I'm going to go streaming on Twitch again, I'll need a hot tub. If you get that reference, say no more. What a cesspit Twitch has become. But I won't discount it. If the need arises, I'll do it. I'll get a bikini, I'll get a hot tub, and we'll Zwift on Twitch. Apologies for those who aren't across what's happening on Twitch at the moment. It might sound a bit weird. Alrighty. Good roll, halfway done. There we go, Pete. There's a monetization idea. You'll pay me not to do it. What, you mean I can't take donations to write your name across my forehead? Come on, man. NFTs are old school. It's all about texturing people's name across your face. Ah, the internet. We'd be better off without it sometimes. Yeah, the NFT stuff is an interesting one too. If any of the more nerdy people are across that with me. As someone who creates content for attention, hopefully the good attention, technical attention, and informative content, I hope. NFTs, no. Just no. Gold Palace just... No, like I'm always open for opportunities and where things might take the channel and the content that I do. I think it's found a pretty good home though on YouTube. My Twitter's not too bad. Instagram too. Strava. Playing the game on Twitch though. Whoosh. I'll be honest and say live streams of Zwift don't do that well at all. They haven't for 6 years plus. So it has to be interesting content, either a new course or a new feature. And I try and do that with my live streams. Like when we've got the activity monitor up here. So if you're tuning in now, at least I've got something to talk about. But your everyday Zwifting along doesn't get that many views. Did Twitch get trashy? Yeah. I mean, it's only a certain part of it. I got a lot to say on this, but it's not relevant to cycling. It's more streaming in general. But I mean, I look at it through different glasses now. I've got a son who's soon going to be clicking online and watching the things that I watch and get recommended to. Those quite aren't the things at this age that I'd like to have pop up. And by this age, I mean I'm 42. There's other sites for that, seriously. Oh, what am I on the front for? So the weather's getting better everywhere else except down here. That's good to hear. I'll try and keep up the outdoor content. It's a little hard when well, you can't see outdoors now. It's horrid. Lots of good riding up in Bright the other week. If you saw the intro to my gravel bike video, that was heaps of fun. Right, come and close down this gap. Best we can. Okay, so my 1 minute max should bump up in. There it goes, it's bumping up now. Thank you, 519. Stephen, I appreciate it. Come back here, group. Come back. Come back. I think I'm on. Oh. Okay. Stress testing the activity monitor. Whew. Hey. Raul, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well, mate. India is in the news quite a bit of late. I hope you and the family are okay, mate. I will do Twitch. I just lost my second factor auth with the phone switch, and with 15 minutes to go for this stream, I couldn't get that reset in time. I upgraded to the 12 max the other day, and my second factor auth is all. Well, I didn't back it up. Larry, I haven't got any recent videos on bike camera comparisons, no. I did see Rides of Japan. Tobias using a phenomenal angle the other day though. A really good angle on his bike. Now I'll reach out to him. I don't want to copy content. I don't want to take ideas and present them and get, if the views go, it gets a bit weird. I'll reach out to Tobias and see if he's going to do a video on that location of the camera. It was awesome. But in short, bike cameras for me, just the latest GoPro, always just the latest GoPro. Pre-order when they're out, stick them on the front of the bike, and the old one goes as the handheld. From the 7 onwards, the stabilization is just phenomenal. I'm a GoPro fan. The accessories are expensive. The 3-way 2.0 is out from GoPro just the other day. Again, I dropped $100 on that. I might not ever use it, but I think it's cool. Remember to change your heroes often too, mate. But I appreciate the words. Yeah, the 9 Black, Jared. Especially with the max lens, phenomenal. One thing to be aware of. I've got a whole video made, but I never published it. I just wasn't happy with how it looked. I wanted the horizon leveling on the 9 with the max mod, which is that fisheye mod, to be true. It's simply horizontal leveling. It's not horizon leveling. If there was true horizon leveling with the camera, when you rode into a gradient, you would see it rise up in front of you, like you do on Zwift. And it would make filming something like Full Gas Rides, Kinomap, even the Sufferfest stuff, look a lot more real. And when you're going down a steep hill, the camera would look like it's panning up and the road dropping off in front of you. That to me is true horizon leveling. It's simply horizontal leveling. And there's a reason for that. I went through it in the video, but I didn't hit publish. With the sensor being flat on for the light coming in, you can do that and stabilize it, center it, and lock it. But when the camera moves forward and back from something, there's distortion that takes place. Not possible to do that without a true gimbal. I wouldn't think. They could probably do it in software. Be very tricky. But where to next though for GoPro? They'll be on the GoPro 10 this year, possibly, if they keep up their yearly updates. What else can you do? So I'd love to see true horizon leveling, just for bike video, even going up and down, where you just see the road drop. If you get a camera chest mount, it would look cool. Well, with the current cameras, you can do that. Even the mouth mount, head mounts do the same. Because the heads, you're always, almost 90 degrees to gravity. You're going up a hill, your head still kind of stays the same. Anyway, couldn't quite get the description of that right. No, Thomas, no Twitch. I couldn't reset my password in time. Hey, good job, level 37. Where's that? Nice one. An artificial horizon like in a plane. Yeah. I had the GoPro Max with the 360 stuff. I did a little bit with that. That was cool. 2 issues. First of all, the processing and the post-production was difficult and a lot more time consuming. And secondly, the consumer. It's not easy to consume. But it's brilliant though. Is it the future? I don't know. Probably not. I mean, for 100 and something years, well, forever, we've always been looking at something straight on, be it rock art, or be it newspaper, television, etc. I think to immerse ourselves in a 3D, to look around but still flat, to consume that easily is hard. Phones have made it easier with accelerometers, but I don't think it's quite there. All the cool stuff you see coming out of 360 cameras are from people mounting them on the front fork and then still using the square image off that, just with different angles. Zwift won't go microtransactions, no. No. There's too much other low-hanging fruit. I think they'll start charging corporate first, if they're not already, to be in the game. For example, we're on a giant ride here, and we're forced to be on giant bikes. There's an opportunity there for Zwift to dive into the pockets, or request companies using their platform as advertisement to pay for that. Going microtransaction for users, not yet. Not for the next 5 or 10 years, I wouldn't think. Can you imagine how angry people would get if they did that? People are already angry about it and they haven't done it yet. Hell, I did a video on the activity monitor last night, and people, it's got nothing to do with Zwift themselves. People still got angry. Good morning, Taicho. Hopefully I've pronounced that correctly. Let me know if I didn't. Whew. Oh, we found another bunch. Oh, that's not my power up. That is. Whew. But I think there's opportunity for Zwift to change their model. The community sentiment's pretty demanding at the moment. It's interesting. I used to do all the Zwift content I could do, push it out, push it out, push it out. It's just all loved. There's a big expectation now set that they continue to develop rapidly. But I'm not in control of that, or I'm still looking for what's cool. Ceramic Speed Direct Drive. That's a video I've done with 6.5 million views with the Ceramic Speed driven or driven. I don't think that will work on high-end performance bikes. For your townies, maybe e-bikes, if it was really, really bolted down and tough enough. I think they're looking at more cycling in general, maybe. Zwift hardware, no. Yeah, it's no secret they're looking into hardware. They've probably chosen the wrong time to do it with the global supply chain shortages across everything, absolutely everything. I think they should have just put the hardware thing more on ice. You've got to continue to develop before you can actually sell something. So continue to develop that. But in these times, where the hardware supply chains are just absolutely pushed to the limits, focus on the software. Give us zero offset. Give us smart bike integration. I'm on the Stages bike at the moment. You wouldn't know. I'm changing gears. You'd never know. All that integration. The Kicker Direct Connect cable, which was pushed by Zwift for companies to make hardwired things. Company did. Still no support. It's low-hanging fruit. No broken ribs, no. 4 broken collarbones, a broken hip. Stitches all over the shop from crashes, but no ribs, thankfully. No, I don't suspect we'll see much new hardware this year from trainers. Look, to be honest, in the last 3 or 4 years of indoor trainers, nothing's changed. Maybe things got a little quieter, maybe a little more accurate. I can't think of any real game changers. If you were to put me on a Kicker 14 right now, with Amp Plus and Bluetooth and erg mode and that decent flywheel, it's a good ride. If you were to put me on a Neo 1, aside from the slippage at high-powered sprints, it's fine. So, I don't know. Steering hasn't worked, I'll give it that. This is a short discussion, I'll keep short. But if we look at the support for most indoor trainers, it's everything. Amp Plus FEC, Bluetooth, almost any company across any platform, you can get the hardware to work with the software. Steering, on the other hand, which had the potential to be a game changer, having, say, crosswinds, team time trials, velodrome stuff where you could swing up and all that, that hardware was effectively proprietary and just hasn't taken off. If the same happened with indoor interactive trainers, Zwift wouldn't be what it is today at all. Which is disappointing to see because there's such potential with this tech. But yeah, when there's no standard for steering and someone has to put the money behind developing it, they want to lock that in-house. Anyhow, maybe more on that on another day. But I don't think steering, I think it's been a bit of a failure. Well, the fact that I can't steer in this race either. Or event. But there are people with smart trainers and non-smart trainers. So I don't think the argument is that not everyone has steering, so it changes everything, or not everyone has a smart trainer either. So, I don't know. I'm not impressed where things have ended up at this point. Jared, they kind of didn't need to do too much to capitalise on. I think everyone gravitated towards what was there. But 519. I've got a list of 100 things I'd like to see in Zwift. I literally have a list of 100 things. There's a lot of basics. But, I mean, the Zwift Activity Monitor is one of them. One single developer, as a side project, produced that. That's pretty cool. Hey, Maxie, you want to come say hi? No? You can if you want. Yes? Okay, Mama can let you in. Watch out, little Lama's on the rampage. Hey, buddy. Where's Mum? Yeah? You come say hi? You got cheese. Cheese? Yeah. You come say hello, mate. Oh, hey, keys. Keys, yeah. Keys and cheese. What else do you need? That gets you in the house and fed. Keys and cheese. Up, up. Up. Yeah? Here we go, you can pedal. You want to pedal? Give me a bub. Say hello. Up. Oh, here we go. Who's on stream? Cheese. Cheese. Is it the cheese stream? Oh, how's that? Better? Who's on the screen? Maxie's on the screen. This is little Max, everybody. You're a big fan of Peter, aren't you? Peter. Peter Sagan. All right.
Take the cheese.
We take the cheese. Say bye. Say bye, Max. Peter. Peter, that's right. There we go. Thanks for joining, Max. Oh, we've unlocked the kit. Yay! Oh, Max celebrates with some cheese. A lion's mane. He doesn't appear much on the channel, but he's getting a little older now. He likes seeing himself on screen. He's awesome. He loves bikes. Absolutely loves bikes. Don't you, Max? Bikes? Yeah? And cheese, apparently. All good. All right, I might roll through for another few minutes here as I cool down from the cool down ride. Max has beautiful hair. Yeah, I think they need to, for steering, they need to almost just enable it for a week or a month, just outright everywhere, and see what chaos it causes. But whilst, as I said, we still have smart trainers and dumb trainers in game here, and we still have Z-Power, which isn't even real power, versus true power meters in game, racing and riding against it. There's no reason to have steering and not steering. There really isn't. Break things. Fail. They've got to be okay with failure. That's what we need to do. If it doesn't work, they'll know about it pretty soon. Good job, Max. Good watts. Yep. He's loving the screen. Hello, C. Nago. Whew. Where are we? 33. We'll go through to 33 at least Ks. Little Max isn't little anymore, no. He's Oh, we got our circle back, everyone. Circle is back. Might have been an event thing. That's what it would have been. That's what it would have been. Oh, thanks, Jared. Nappy money right there, Max. Yeah? Diaper money. It's not haircut money. He's not getting a haircut anytime soon. Hey, buddy. How you doing? How's your eyes? Red? Alright. You're happy though today? You are?
It's been helping.
Oh, helping? Awesome. Oh, Max is going to be putting out more power than me for sure. Won't you, mate? Yep, he already does. He can kick very well. Though I think he might be a soccer player or a football player, depending on where you are in the world. Loves kicking the ball around. Whew. Alright, so that was Ride with King. Ride like King. King on. Kingpin. Oh no, and in this ride, someone just got my local legend title. Where was that at? Eastbound. I've just had a local legend title on gravel taken. Got an email notification. Where is that? See the details. We'll have to log in. Hitoshi, thank you very much. Much appreciated for the super chat there. All eyes on Japan soon, actually, for the Olympics. Maybe something on Zwift. Maybe. It's always nighttime on Zwift for me. Why is that? $519 Stephen, just become a dad. Congratulations. Any tips? Two tips that I was never given that will help you immensely. And anybody else who's a dad, please let me know if you agree, because I was never told that. Like, we went to all the sessions and things, and they were fantastic. 2 tips. When you take the kids' top off, when they're a little older and they're standing up, like their heads are huge, so their heads will always get caught on their neck. Put your hand near their chin as you rip their tops off. Because if they're standing near anything hard, you'll pull the top off and they'll hit their heads on something. I learned that one the easy way for me, the hard way for Max. So, first of all, taking their tops off, hold the head and then take their top off. Because they'll do that. Secondly, definitely do the swaddling, do the snoo, do all of that. It's so funny. He smacked his head on the side of the bath when I'm like, oh God, why didn't anyone tell me? I hold, take top off. Second one is getting their arms into places. Holy hell, they're like little jelly arms, and trying to put a sleep suit on or something like that, I could never figure out the angle to put the idea is pull the elbow down and then always pull the elbow down. So again, it's all about clothing the little kid. And that'll work for both boys and girls. Hold the head so they don't go flying forwards. And elbows down, we'll get them into a sleep suit, get them into jumpers, get them in and out of hoodies, anything. Two tips I was never told that I will like to pass on to other people because I'm sure they'll come in handy. Another one, you'll never watch a movie the same about families, or we watched The Blind Side last night again. Oh man, in the feels. I know it's made for television, Hollywood, and it's the movies, but changes everything. Putting an octopus in an onion. But there's nothing as awesome when they start talking. Nothing as awesome. All right, I might go through to the hour. We'll get a decent little session in. Tomorrow's going to be 3.5 hours out on the road. The gravel road. Onward. Okay. Turns 18 in 2 weeks. God. That's awesome. Tour of Duty's done. No, we started late. Too many years chasing bike races around and spending weekends away to even think about a family. Max's first word? Probably no. Von was keeping a list of words, and now he pretty much repeats anything. He's 21 months. He's repeating pretty much everything. We have llamas everywhere in the house, and like big photos of llamas and stuff, just because it's a thing. And so llama's one of his big words. But he's coming back with "I love you" now, which is, oh, first time your kid tells you that, if you don't cry. He was feeling a bit under the weather the other night after daycare and things. He was having tiredness. He was saying sorry to us that he was sick, which was, I guess he didn't know what he was saying. It's just we were sorry that he was sick, so we were saying that to him. So he comes back, I'm sorry, I love you. I'm like, oh, Jesus. It's a bit of a level. Look, people who have family already know all this. Yeah, and I think there's, like, yeah, the best parent you can be is good enough. Is good enough. Like, if you've got enough going on upstairs to worry about if you're being a good parent or not, you probably are doing just fine. Thank you for the Canadian dollars. Asiama was the first one. Varia radar, that's probably. There's plenty of 4-letter words said around this house every now and then, especially when things don't work. Alright, let's see if I can get the steering up and running just temporarily here. Guess what I got? I got steering on this smart bike. Ready? Up. Up. Thank you, Christian. Wholesome family chat back to tomorrow. Back to GTA free ride. Yeah, we'll start shooting people. If anybody was wondering, does the steering affect your GPS coordinates in-game? So if you were to zoom in on my Strava ride for this, there's the Strava ride bend. It does. Absolutely it does. So what I'm using to steer here is Keith Wakeham's Stereo. It's the little Commander 2-button. Oh, I don't have a second one to show you. It's on the handlebars. But it just allows for button steering. I have the climbing shifter on the SB20, so I can change gears up and down like that. And on the other side, I have the Commander set up as the stereo, so I can steer. Actually, that's working well. I'm planning on covering the steering with this. Just want to make sure it's... I'm not going to get a takedown notice or anything like that because I think the steering is still under license to Elite. I don't want to ruffle too many feathers. I did receive an 83-page cease and desist plus demand for payment from a company out of Germany the other day for use of the chevron logos on a t-shirt on Redbubble 4 years ago. They demanded €3,500 to be paid. The dude was a legit trademark lawyer too. Won't go too much into the details. I gave him the Peloton reply, which is pretty much a don't email me back. If you do, you acknowledge that this is case closed. I haven't heard from them since. More on that in another video, if I feel like it. More to YouTube than just bloody data overlay numbers. Fair use, no. They claimed trademark on the chevron logo. They'd want to also go after the local council here in Australia because they use the same arrows for traffic signs. They'd want to go after because that's exactly who I read the logo on. They'd want to go after the Chevron company. So they want to go after Curve Cycling. But no, they came after me. They went to, just quickly again, I've got more to say on this. They went to Redbubble. Redbubble like rolled over straight away, gave them my name, address. It's just a simple little logo. Like it's a kicker shirt that I had up, but I ordered a couple for myself. I ordered 2 for myself. They'd ordered 3, the law firm, and there was 1 other sale. I'd received $10 commission, and they went after me for €3,500. This was legit. If it gets to the point, if they come back at me, I'll just publish their letter online and make a fool of them. Unbelievable though. They got nothing on me. But Redbubble, the company, so it was about something that I'd hosted on Redbubble. You could upload an image to Redbubble, they put it on a t-shirt, skirts, pencil cases, stickers, whatever. The process is, if something appears to be a copyright there or a trademark infringement, they issue a takedown notice. You agree or disagree. If you disagree, then they can take action. I got the letter a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, yeah, fair enough, take it down. I don't want to fight. That's not what I do. I want to make videos, other stuff. They then followed through. Thank you, Sotaway. They then followed through with this massive demand for payment, and they did a lot of work. It was probably about 2 or 3 days of work. Massive document. But Redbubble had given this trademark firm in Germany my name, address, phone number, email address, transactional details on the Redbubble system. Total violation of my privacy, I'd assume. And then Redbubble locked my account. And wait for it. So it wasn't proven that I'd done anything wrong. It was just a troll, trademark troll. Redbubble also agreed to pay them €3,500 as a gesture of goodwill. Now, if that information was out in public, that a trademark lawyer could just submit a cease and desist to Redbubble and they would keel over and pay €3,500 like that, no questions asked, over $10. I don't think Redbubble would want that information out there. They're yet to reply to my emails either. Yeah, I just said there's a counter there, but it's not what I do. I ride bikes. I enjoy this technology. I want to make videos. I got to look after that guy who's crying. It's all right. Thank you. So, it was an interesting one to deal with. It just derailed me for a couple of days, though. Oh, mate, it's not even... I'll publish... The 83-page document I will publish with all my details redacted if they take it any further. It was crazy. It actually made the Peloton case against me. That was just a cease and desist, please do that. And I went, no. And they've gone, oh, okay. That was nothing compared. This document is full on. My reply was good too. But it's, yeah. So when people ask, what's it like being a YouTuber? Has its ups and downs. They can't get me for it's $10 profit I made. So I'd sold 6 garments years ago, and 3 of those were from the law firm because they did a test order and ordered 3 garments with the logo on it to ensure that the logo was going to be delivered. Insane. But yes, yeah, correct, Jared. That's right. Like, the guy is one of the top trademark lawyers in Germany too. It was full legit. which is why I had fun replying. I had absolutely fun, and I told them I'll publish the letter like I did for the Peloton stuff. I know the company who was acting on behalf of, I've never heard of. And I'm not going to mention them. I've never heard of them. So I told them that, like, given I'd never heard of the company, it's impossible for me to try and trade on their logo. Or I even said, if you look at the name of the top, it's Wahoo Kicker Chevron t-shirt. I'm like, that's the company I ripped off. But Wahoo were kind of chill. In fact, when I made those t-shirts, I actually got an email from Wahoo saying, hey, do you mind if we make similar t-shirts? They actually approached me, and I used their logo. That's not how things should be, but that's the difference between trademark trolls and companies that are just like, you know what, that's cool. Unbelievable. Anyhow, hey Canada, I hear the weather's good in Canada. All over Canada. I hear the weather is fantastic, so enjoy. All right, where are we going? 40Ks? The Zwift effect, isn't it? We just keep riding and riding. We go to 40Ks. Whew. I'm hesitant to do a specific video on that. It's sort of really off topic. It's a bit too... doing coverage of just myself rather than... People expect, I think, things on the channel, power meters and smart trainers and equipment. I get a lot of views with going over this letter, but not just yet. Not until I need to use it. I will weaponize my account and fire it back at them. It is getting cold here, yes indeed. 8 degrees it tells me on the Windows title bar. Kevin, welcome along. Yes, you will get a Strava kudos from me if you're in a group ride. So, if no one's seen this, I'm sure a lot of people have seen this, I'll run you through it. Just let me load up Strava on my little phone here. And this will explain to people if you've gotten a Strava. What, sign into iTunes store? No. One sec. You've got a kudos from a random person, and you don't know where or why. This might explain it once I jump in here. Oh, look at this second factor auth going. Wow. Oh, who has air tags while I'm doing this? Has anybody gone out and got some air tags? I've been doing a ton more testing. I have a second video on air tags to do. They fascinate me. I've tracked other bikes, I've tracked cars, I've tracked the postal service. All right. And I've done the testing after, you know how they say 3 days of it being away? After 3 days of your AirTag being away from the owner, it will start chirping. I've actually done the testing on that. It doesn't chirp automatically after 3 days. It'll just sit there and do nothing, absolutely nothing, until it moves. I'll cover this in a video. And then, so it has accelerometers in the AirTag, and then when you shake it or move it, it'll only do half of the chime or half of the chirp for 30 seconds, and then it goes to sleep for another 24 hours. So the beeping, if somebody steals something that has an Android phone, it's not really that good. I can't get Strava up on my second phone. That is set up. Somebody asked who GP Sheepy is. I don't know who GP Sheepy is. He just comes up with these random comments in my videos every now and then. So what I was going to show you is the Strava Shake. So if you go to... I'm not sure... Not sure what will happen if I plug this in. This is my other phone. No, I won't do that. It won't show up right. It's a different screen size. If you go to a Strava activity, Tim Bacon-Sell had already ridden 80 Ks this morning outdoors before doing these rides. What a champion. Activity, who rode with, and then you can shake the phone once the list of people in the group comes up. You shake the phone, hit kudos all, and everybody in that will get a kudos. Strava shake rules, there we go. I think you're limited to about 200 kudos every few hours. I hit the rate limits on that. So that's how you probably got a kudos from me. It would have been a Strava ride on Zwift, or if you're a part of the Lama Army Strava group. I have my own little Strava group that just sits there and people join it. I can go through and see where people are riding. Whew. AirTags are Apple GPS tags. No, the AirTags aren't. They have no GPS in them. They rely on their phone GPS. But given that they use every single iPhone out there, virtually, one thing that does surprise me is that to be a part of the Find My network, it wasn't opt-in. Everybody just instantly became part of that Find My network for other devices. That's quite surprising, but that's also the power of it. So if you haven't seen my video on that, I planted an AirTag somewhere near a local park and it was being found every 8 minutes by people walking by. It wasn't marked as lost either. Just for $45 Australian, for $29 US, it's a no-brainer to grab one and just throw it on in the car glove box. It tracked my car to another town that my wife drove to. When she parked on the street, people walking past, it was just in the glove box. It was very good. 42 Ks and we're done. It's time for lunch. But AirTags, yeah, very cool. But so many questions about that. A lot of people are saying, because Apple are very light on the documentation. So people are saying, oh, if a thief has an iPhone, as soon as they grab your bike and run off with it, they'll know. No, they won't. They've got to take it to their home location. And I've even found a way to fake the location of an AirTag. I stuck one in the Grand Canyon the other day from the front room here. So if you see that on my Twitter, you can just simply spoof the GPS settings on your iPhone using a tool of any type. AirTag Find My Wife. No, just use Find My Friends for that, or Find Device. That's easy. But they just, again, they fascinate me. I was thinking of so many different ways to use these things. And somebody summed it up in the comments, and I'll leave it with this as we finish up the stream. Somebody said, look, the cost of this versus the value it provides, the balance is way out. The value is huge. They're not designed to find your bike if it was stolen, but it's going to give you a very, very good chance of knowing which direction it's gone, where it might be. I'd rather have something than nothing, and for less than $50, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Spoofing locations, yes, you can. And so you just change, you can use a tool to spoof the location of your GPS on your phone, and as soon as your phone pings the AirTag, it'll update the My Network, Find My Network, and then say your AirTag is wherever. You could have a ton of fun by setting your GPS to something else and just walking past other people's AirTags. And if they check where they are, it'd just be insane. You could just do, but what would happen though is, because there's so many other iPhones out there with the correct GPS, it would correct itself instantly as soon as it finds another iPhone. But again, just pushing buttons to see what breaks is pretty cool. 43 Ks, let's do it, 600 meters. I mean, Tiles and Chipolo have been able to do this for a long time, except their networks and their Discovery networks are too small, way too small. Battery life on the AirTag is up to a year. Thanks, Jared. 500 meters and we'll roll. I appreciate everybody coming in for the chat. Makes the time go a lot faster in these streams. I'll go back to Twitch soon once I get a hot tub and a bikini and I figure out my second factor auth over on that platform. But that's been the activity monitor too on stream. Hopefully it's come up okay with the resolution I have the stream at. Probably better in that screen there. Oh, and I haven't plugged my other phone back in. Whew. Yeah, Matt, have fun with them, mate. They're Just plant one in public somewhere under a park bench and then just walk away and watch it. Oh. It just fascinates me. I mean, it works. The thing is, it works as expected, which is the exception to the rule these days with most things. 43. We can't end on an hour 13. That's unlucky. Always something on Zwift, isn't there? Cheers, Pete. But for tracking your bike, like even if you just throw one in your saddlebag, I'm touching the saddlebag on my Stages bike. Yeah, good one, me. I don't have a saddlebag on the Stages bike. I've lost more saddlebags than I have bikes. So even if your saddlebag goes flying off your bike at some point, you're going to know its last known location. That's actually kind of handy to know. 10 seconds. Anyway, they're fun things. Little things like that. I think my video has 180,000 views on that AirTag. I thought I was way too late to produce any. I thought that video was going to get 5,000 views, if that, because it's more generic. I had to link it back to cycling to make it relevant here. If I was to do just generic non-cycling content, that's not what I do. 181,000 views. That's insane. But I'll do it. I mean, I can't not do a follow-up on that. I have to double down. Put one on an IQ squared. It'll never be found. Alrighty, with that, I'll leave it there. Thanks for joining along. And again, for the chat, I really appreciate it. The super chats, again, thank you so much for those. They go towards little Maxie, who you saw just before. That's the diaper fund, or the coffee fund for mum and dad, if we're up late with the little man. Go check out the Giro replay. Somebody won who makes us Aussies quite proud of as well. Arrival group sets in a box behind me. Soon. We have to find another frame to put that on. I'm testing the power meter at the moment. That's been a bit of fun. All right, cheers, Matt, for joining along the stream. Everybody, Matt Legrand also on YouTube. I'm pointing to the comments wherever it is, so go check Matt out too. And every other content creator that you enjoy, go hit subscribe to their channels, hit like on their videos, leave them a thanks on everything as well. Let them know that you enjoy their content. And this one too. I appreciate it. All right, we'll see you soon.